Hi everyone, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk and I'm back with another tutorial. Now today we are going to be making I don't actually know what I'm going to call it to be honest, but anyway it's going to hold 6 little individually wrapped tea bags, okay, and I think it's a great little gift as well, so I'm going to show you how I'm making this. Now I'm using this beautiful DSP which is from a whole lot of lovely, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this paper. So we're going to be using that. Now it's going to measure 11 by 11 inches, okay, and we've got to do a bit of scoring. So take your scoreboard or whatever you prefer to use, and it doesn't really matter which side you score it on. So what we need to do is we need to score one of the sides at 3, 6 and 9, okay? So 3, 6 and 9, okay? Then turn it to the other side and you want to be scoring it at 1 3/4 of an inch, and then I'm just going to turn it round and score the other side at 1 3/4 as well. Okay, so it's hard for you to see. You might be able to see better on. No, that's even worse. But basically, that's what we have got. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to fold and burnish on our score lines. Okay. Okay, so what's going to happen is these bits are going to, well, they're going to get cut first, but they're going to, what's going to hold our tea bags in, okay? And then the bits that we've, the 3, 6 and 9, so they're going to fold up like this, okay? And then this bit here is going to be like the little flap of our, I suppose it's like a little wallet or a purse really, isn't it? So what we want to do is we've got the smaller score line here, which was the 2-inch bit. That's going to be the flap. So have that on your right so we know what we're doing. And then these bottom pieces here, which I can't see actually. So now the flaps on my, the 2-inch flaps on the left. So what we're going to do is the 3, the 6 and the 9 score, we're going to just take away a little wedge from the middle, okay? Just so when we fold our little flaps up, they don't stick on the score line, because they're what's going to hold, keep our little tea bags in, like a little pocket. Okay, so just take some off there. Okay, because when we fold those up, and that'll be our pocket piece, so we don't need this little square here. We can remove this square. Okay, so that's what you want to be doing. Your 2-inch piece is going to be the flap that closes round. Okay, so just do the same on the other side. We don't need our 2-inch piece. and then we're going to cut a little notch up each one of these. Really easy. Okay, so I'll get rid of them. So what's going to happen is we are going to stick these down. So we've got our little pockets, which is what is going to hold our little tea bags. Okay, but we only need to put tape. I'll do one and I'll do the rest off camera because I don't want to bore you sticking loads of tape on. So all you need to do is, I've got some really thin 1/8 of an inch tape, and just along the sides, the two sides, just stick it right to the edge, and that's all you need to do. You just need to put this on all 6 of the little pockets right at the very edge, and then I'll peel it off, and it's just really a case of sticking your pockets down. Okay, so you've got your tape on there, and then all you'll do is just stick them down, which makes a little pocket which your little tea bags will just slot quite nicely in there. Okay, so we're going to do that on the other 5 pieces, so I'll do that and then I'll be back with you. Right, there we go. I have put tape on all of them and I've stuck them down. Like I said, your little tea will just slot in. Okay, now we are going to have to put one more score line in, because what's going to happen is it's going to fold over like that. Okay, and then just make sure that's tucked in behind the tea bags. Alright, and that's going to fold like that to make a sweet little purse. But we want to put another score line here on our 2-inch flap. Okay, so because I wasn't sure exactly what it would need to be, it just depends on your tea bags, like the thickness of them. So pop it in and make sure the bit where you scored for your flap is to the left. So you want to pop it in, and we just want to pop a score line in at, yeah, about 1.5 inches. Okay, so that when it closes, we've got like a sort of a more streamlined top to our little bag. So actually no, I don't think 1.5. I think 1.5 is probably too much. Let's see. Yeah, I would maybe just score it at 1, and just can't work it out, to be honest. It needs to be a bit more, so I would score it at 1 5/8. So 1 5/8 score, and then you should get the perfect, bit for the top. So there we go. I think it's really cute. I really like this. So we're going to do a bit of decorating. And what I think I might do, no, I'm not. I was going to round the corners, but I think I'll leave it. So I've got some soft sky, a scallop circle, and a whisper white, not a circle, an oval, and also a whisper white oval that I use from the layering ovals. I've also got the stamp set, which is One Big Meaning. This is a favourite of mine, and I'm going to use Thank You for Everything and More, and I'm going to stamp that in Pool Party, I believe. Okay, so I've got some Pool Party ink. I don't know why I didn't use Pool Party cardstock, to be honest. I just didn't think. Never mind. The colours are... Why does this keep moving? The colours are really similar anyway. So check that that's inked up. And I'm just going to stamp that in the middle of the oval. Like so. And I'm just going to use some Tombow to glue this onto the scallop oval. Okay. Absolutely gorgeous, this paper really is. Like that. And then my ribbon is going to keep it closed, so I'm not actually sure where I'm going to put. I might just put that over the ribbon. So I've got some of this Pool Party shimmer ribbon, which is beautiful, and this is going to tie, keep it tied shut. So I'm just going to cut some off. And I'm going to tie it in a bow. Really sweet little gift, I think. I mean, people will be wanting to make like a teacher's gifts and stuff now. So I think it would make a great little teacher's gift. Okay, so tie your ribbon. Get it relatively decent. This is not the best one, but you get the idea. Okay, and I'm going to just trim it a little bit. Like so. And then I might just pop it to the side a little bit actually, so that I can put my little sentiment, just stick it to the top, otherwise it won't open. So I'm going to get, oh, do I have any dimensionals? Oh, I've only got the little teeny ones. I'll just put a few of these on the top. Okay, so I just want to stick it to the top like that. They're really good, these little mini dimensionals, especially for, you know, little sentiments and whatever. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And how pretty is that? You know, I really think it's so nice. And then I don't think when someone opens it, they're probably not going to expect to have, you know, little tea bags in. But really quick and easy to do. You know, I think it's a really lovely little idea. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll be back again on Sunday with my usual tutorial. So if you want any of the information for this project, the dimensions and what have you, they'll all be on my blog, which if you click in the See More, there's links to my blog and Facebook page and everything. So anyway, thanks for watching, take care and bye for now.